Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Dragonfall, Shadowrun Dragonfall. And the objective is right here. But before we go that, we're going to explore around a little bit. I have used up all my money, so I don't know why I'm looking around. Donations for the soup kitchen have slowed Samuel. So I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Samuel Beckenbauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression. You're a very handsome orc. But there is kindness in his eyes. Then again, Charming was a very handsome orc, too. Was a very pretty orc. Guten Tag, dwarf. Can I help you with something? I couldn't help overhearing your conversion. I take it you run a charity of some sort. He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. In the past several years, I've established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of the Kreuzbazaar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. I like the orcs in Shadowrun. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Kreuzbazaar working with me now. They help me excuse me. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all of the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. Does that mean those other races aren't welcome within your organization? That's taking a narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid races. It is also true that they accepted my help. They were thieves, gangers, deadbeats. This is not because they were bad people. This is because of those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the Kreuzbazaar deserve a workplace where they will be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We wouldn't turn away a desperate person. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? It is. I agree with what you're doing here. You're filling a vital need in the community. He might be very bad later. Thank you for saying so. Now, is there something else you'd like to talk about? I'd like to talk about your organization. Yes, of course. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, truth be told. Some people seem to be intent on taking care of themselves when they are providing for the less. More intent on taking care of themselves than they are in providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated. The new blankets would go a long way towards keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 nuyen, we could make the purchase. Whatever you could spare would be most appreciated. All I have is that. Thank you, what else? Every little bit helps. I wish I could do more, but money's tight. With this contribution, we now have 10 saved towards our 250 goal. I'm sorry I'm tapped out for now. Very well, my friend. Thanks again for your help. If you see anyone in need, be sure to send them our way. We will do whatever we can to make their lives better. Talk about something else. No questions, I'm just passing by. U-Bahn platform, that's where we came from. Before you stands a troll, though it is stretched to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. Haven't been here long. New to the Kreuzbazaar, then. Heard Monica had some fresh meat in her stable. There's something you should know about Monica. Something that happened to her on the run. You know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. I had a feeling besides. Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue. Now you are here in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? We lost her. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Whatevs, by the way. Good to meet you, Whatevs. Name's Alexei Lane. What's your place in the Kreuzbazaar? No place, really. Just an old relic rusting away. I'll leave you be. You're probably going to be important later. I haven't played enough of the game to know exactly how, but you're probably going to be important later. Statue. Warning herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp, there's a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for years. The mother superior, she says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see to them. I wasn't aware of any convent or church nearby. She's there when I close my eyes, and I'm Maria. She says I'm to be governess to the children. I notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair, the vacant look in her eyes. Marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. This story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife and the children their mother. Oh, good grief. She's been running a sim of Sound of Music. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Okay, she thinks she's the main character from Sound of Music. Have you seen the captain? But do you know Monica? Monica? Is she one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me. Brings me food to eat and tea to drink. Something happened to her. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died? I'm sorry, she did. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies and childhood pets, and she was a good person. The girl begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. I'm going to step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Okay, she's been brain fried by BTL. Better than life. Basically, virtual reality sim stuff. Very addictive. Triage Cyber Clinic. We don't have money to go there, but looking for some magic, mein Freund. This elf has clear. If you've got the cash, old Zock's got the flash. Has seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You here for some magic because Zack Flush is your magic man. Are you a street mage? Street mage? Zack lets out a throat, keep barking loud. Ha! Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zack studying in these spell books. Interesting. Let's talk about something else. All right, my friend, what else would you like to talk about? Maybe you'd like to make a purchase. What's the deal with the special concoction? Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those 2 white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend. Designed and delivered by yours truly. Wrong accent. Pharmaceutical grade kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tier, and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. 11 of them, don't you know? He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high, buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party. But if you want to soar, you get yourself some flash. So you want to conduct a little business? What's up with the bandages on your hands? Zack snorts out a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these, nothing much, chummer, and nothing much. Tussled with the spirit in Amsterdam, you know. We elves are a very spiritual people. Come off it, elves are not on the whole anymore. We can't answer that because we're not an elf. Okay, so you fought a spirit with your bare hands. Did I say fought? Zack winks at you, his smile twisting up into a licentious smirk. You can't help but notice that his eyelashes appear to be dusted with glitter. Nah, chummer, Zack Flash is a lover, not a fighter. We partied, then we tussled. Hard not to get banged up under the circumstances. Oh, what were you saying? What was that you were saying about elves? Elves, you know, my people, creatures of the spirit. We've got magic in our blood, whether we sling spells or not. I'm telling you, I've talked with spirits all my life, and it has nothing to do with praying to a totem or studying spellbooks. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards that has technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this and lightning that, just tossing them around like candy. Right. Yep, that's what they do. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but I've got things to do. You want to make... Right. I don't want to buy stuff. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? That's great, Zack. Look, I've got to go. Keep storing that energy. Later on there, chum of mine. You are crazy, crazy, crazy person. Okay. How much time do I have left in this video? I'm only doing 4 videos this set. Ooh, phone rings. It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. In a monotone, pitch-adjusted voice, begins speaking almost immediately. The shock, well and right, there's contract for this keys is no more. Whatevs is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secured line to this keys. Please listen to our following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you might find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. I'll keep an eye out. Get the receiver. That is an optional quest thing, I think. It was listed as one of the achievements to do all their quests. Bizarre monuments towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grinding monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to Victory. The Victory of Anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some years ago. You may remember it from the history trids as the Sigas Aul or Godelzi. Installation history. Isn't it obvious? The Sigalassu is a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state. Gets blown to bits. Someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say about the artist? I am the visionary Herbert Kunzel from the Lindworm. You may know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet. I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Step away from the statue. Okay, I think we've covered all the odds and ends conversations. Let's get back. Coupon platform, Dancer's bag. Oh, you can give currency and such, I guess. Toss 5 into the bag. Okay, so whatevs is a nice person. Talismonger shop. I don't need the Talismonger shop. David. Let's talk to David before we go into the place. A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. Up? She's a dwarf. He's standing. You recognize him as David, one of the Kreuzbazaar street kids. Oh, he might be shorter than he looks on the screen. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens. Nope. Though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face, you've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoy, whatevs! Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for you. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was quick. She went peacefully. That's the most any of us can hope for. Yeah, look, I think I'm going to be alone right now. Okay. Poor David. Okay. Come on, go inside. What are you? Jan Goldschmidt. Altobruk. What's this? Menu board. Today's special is a caramel soy coffee. Hello, my friend. The voice that comes from the man in the chair is as enormous as its owner, a deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. I'm glad they didn't dress him stereotypically. A fine day for a soy coffee, yes. Yes, it certainly is a beautiful... From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Ah, you're Jan. You're Altug. Got it. You're the germ. Okay. Ah, Altug, mein Fruden, you are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. You're another dwarf. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. If you wouldn't mind, are you going to... Once again, the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeeper claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist you with the task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason. Yes, tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? I came to the wrong person. Something bad is going to happen if he doesn't stop interrupting me. Oh, don't mind our dear Altug. Yes, he is a peevish man, but his ire was not directed at you. I have the distinction of being the sole target of Altug's rage and derision. It's a badge I delight in wearing. Why did you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altug, who in turn hurls more insults. He raises his soy calf in salute. And thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I have been your customer, yes, Altug? 2 years of soy cough and strained patience, yes. And I remain happy. Altug makes money, an ideal business relationship. That all sounds perfectly healthy. Take care, Jan. Until next time, my friend. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. He's a fat dwarf that sits at a coffee shop. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog falling close behind. Dante, I will fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Soy calf black, The duck looks disgusted. Very well, a soy calf, he tisks to himself. It's all I can afford. Welcome, honored Ifindam. Welcome, and how can Burakazi serve you today? Would you like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Coffee, as in real coffee, not soy coffee? Yes, for individuals of refined tastes, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. The cafe owner looks you in the eye, and the tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is top-shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public. Only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. Real life, I hate coffee. I don't really like it. It's really too bitter. It is handpicked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the Sixth World. This was considered luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. Burakazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. All right, sold. How much? Oh, this is a specialty item delivered at some cost. I cannot part with it for less than 50 nuyen a cup. Too rich for my blood, sorry. As I said, these items are not for everyone. Was there something else that interested you? Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I will always be happy to provide. He tells me you're developing the menu for a friend of his now. Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear about it. Here we go. Paul is pleased to send business your way, Herr Burakazi. He was hoping you could discuss some of the details of his Green Winters order with me. Of course, Herr Emsels, too. The coffee shop owner offers you a smile. Of course. Herr Emsel is too kind. Come. Burakazi turns his head and comes into the back room. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burakazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. Oh, of course, Herr Burakazi. There's no trouble at all. His voice lowers to a near whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I've installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Kreuzbazaar. In order to maintain their, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yes, it is a simple job. Time-consuming and a bit tedious, perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time you return, I should have information Herr Amsel requested. And I'm going to go ahead and do that before I end the video, so I don't forget I have that. I'm assuming that the designers assumed you would go straight in here, and then they would use this to get you to explore the neighborhood. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Reset data tap. I don't have a mage. So data tap's protocol buffer is now reset. I don't have a mage, so that's not a particularly useful site for me. Don't want to go to the U-Bahn. At least not yet. I have no reason to. There's a new person. I don't have time to talk to him. Oh, let's go ahead. It's probably going to be very short. The Romani patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant. His breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Tavan Maxtel, dwarf. You're here to conduct some business. If so, I welcome you to Metbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep on walking. Ah, don't mind me. I'm passing through. You're the weapons guy. I can talk to you later. Metbach's face hardens. After a brief pause, he gives you a curt nod. Very well, Gaji. But if you come around again, you come with money and you come to buy, understand? He makes a shooing motion with his hand, waving you away. Move along now, Va Devlasa. Okay, there's a guy back here. Doesn't seem to have a thing over his head, though. Where is this? Hello, Zach. There we go. Another data point. Data types protocol buffers resets. Hello, Simi. Are you still singing with the Von Traps? You look to be. Oh, this one looks like it's a little bit flaky. As you are resetting the data tap, you notice someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard. Monica, need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. Sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery. You can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step. Wait, isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. Continue listening. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. I'm beginning to think this is his way of getting some information to me. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, draining out everything else. Bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag. How? Guten Tag. Nasal. Guten Tag. How may I help you? How may I... Okay, I can do that now. Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting to know them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Kreuzbazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of door opening again. The cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Interesting. I don't know whether they consider Monica's death a good thing or a bad thing. The implication with what you got is that they think of it as a bad thing. I mean, a good thing. But the problem is... I can't say it, Gabe. The problem is there's not enough... There's a lot of missing pieces, so it's hard to really say what their thoughts on the matter are. Is this home? I don't think that's home. That's the talisman's place. I think home is up this way. Is there a map? There is not. Okay. We'll talk to you. Altuk smiles at you from behind the cab counter. Welcome back, honored Effendum. How may I serve you? I've finished with your little trifle, Herr Brakazi. Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Not at all. It was good to take in the night air. I'm delighted, O Excellent. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out of the counter. The menu for you, Herr Emsel. For Herr Emsel, Uncle. Oh, I can't do it. I don't know what a Turkish accent sounds like. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fräulein Schäfer must have hit him hard. Bergazzi gives Kami a small nod. She hurries out of the room. When she is gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. If you know how important. The memory stick Kami just handed you should contain all the information Emsel requires for our chef in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Okay. I'm going to go continue. Yeah, I'm continuing. I'm going to go ahead, take this to our friend Amsel, and then I'm going to cut the hello, mallet. You don't speak all that great German. This video to an end. I'm assuming he knows about the surveillance device. I don't want to bring it up. I'm going to save here because, as from what I can tell, oh, I'm down to 5 nuyen. When I get in there, that's going to start a long cutscene. So, that's it for this session. Talk to you later.